Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to break down the most recent updates about Social Security and related benefits. Whether you're receiving retirement, SSDI, survivor, spousal, SSI, or VA benefits, this update is important for you. We'll go over the new numbers, what the next cost of living adjustment, COLA, means in real dollar amounts, and how Medicare changes will impact your monthly checks. By the end of this video, you'll have a very clear idea of what to expect. Now, before we get into the numbers, let me start with something time-sensitive. Medicare's annual enrollment period is starting in less than a month. Millions of seniors, nearly 70 million Americans, will be reviewing and changing their plans during this short window. This is when people can make sure they're not overpaying, that their doctors are covered, and that their prescriptions are included in the plan. Here's the reality. Year after year, countless seniors end up on the wrong plan. They pay too much or miss out on important coverage they actually need. That's why experts strongly recommend reviewing your plan before enrollment officially begins. Waiting until the last moment can put you at the end of a very long line of people making changes. If you get ahead of the crowd now, you'll have a better chance of saving money and finding the plan that fits your situation best. It's no secret that healthcare costs are climbing. The average person who took time to compare and update their Medicare coverage last year saved around $1,100 annually. That's more than $90 a month back in their pocket, simply from making adjustments to their plan. So if you or a loved one are 65 or older or already enrolled in Medicare, please take advantage of this opportunity before the rush begins. Now let's shift into the part many of you have been asking about, Social Security benefits. Just a few days ago, we received the second inflation data point that will be used to calculate the official COLA for 2026. The official announcement will come in mid-October, but with the data we already have, analysts are estimating the adjustment to be around 2.8%. In fact, the range being projected right now is 2.7% to 2.9%, but if I had to settle on one number, it would be 2.8%. That's what we'll use today to give you realistic examples of how much your monthly checks could increase. Let's break it down into actual dollar amounts. If you currently receive $600 a month, a 2.8% increase would give you about $17 more per month. For someone with $700 a month, that's an additional $20. An $800 monthly benefit would grow by $22. A $900 benefit would go up $22, $25. At $1,000 a month, you'd see an extra $28. Someone receiving $1,100 would get around $31 more. At $1,200, the increase would be about $34. For those receiving the average SSDI benefit of $1,600, the adjustment comes to about $44 more per month. And for retirees receiving the average retirement benefit of just over $2,000 a month, that would mean an increase of $56 each month. Of course, not everyone receives perfectly rounded amounts, so your actual adjustment may differ slightly, usually by just $1 or $2. But this gives you a clear picture of what to expect. For higher earners, the increases can look more substantial. Someone receiving the maximum Social Security benefit of over $5,000 could see nearly $150 more per month. That said, very few beneficiaries qualify for the maximum, so for most people, the increases will be in the ranges I outlined earlier. But here's where things get complicated. While the COLA increase looks decent on paper, Medicare Part B premiums are also going up. And unfortunately, the numbers don't work in our favor. Premiums are projected to rise by 11.6%. That's more than 4 times the size of the COLA increase. Let's put that into perspective. If the COLA is 2.8%, it would take almost 4 COLAs of that size just to equal 1 year of Medicare's increase. That's a tough pill to swallow. In dollar terms, the standard Part B premium is set to rise by $21.50, moving from $185 to $206.50 in 2026. Now think back to those smaller benefit increases I just shared. If you're receiving $600 a month, your COLA increase is about $17, but your Medicare premium is going up $21.50. That means not only does your raise disappear, it's actually eaten up, and then some by the Medicare increase. The same goes for people with $700, $800, or even $900 benefits. In many cases, the entire COLA increase will be consumed by the higher Medicare premium. That leaves little to no actual increase in take-home benefits. Now, some of you may be wondering, doesn't Social Security have protections against this? And yes, there is something called the hold harmless rule. This rule ensures that a person's Social Security check won't go down because of higher Medicare premiums. If the Medicare increase is larger than the COLA, your check will stay the same, but the entire raise will effectively vanish. In other words, you won't lose money compared to last year, but you won't gain anything either. That's why so many seniors are frustrated. A cost of living adjustment is supposed to help keep up with inflation, but when Medicare eats the entire increase, it feels like you're stuck in place. So what does this mean going forward? It means the official October COLA announcement is still important, but many households should be realistic about how much extra money will actually land in their bank accounts. For those with smaller benefits, expect most or all of it to be offset by Medicare. For those with higher benefits, you'll keep more of your increase, but still see a significant portion eaten up. And that brings us back to Medicare's annual enrollment. Because plans change every year, premiums, deductibles, co-pays, covered doctors, and prescriptions, it's critical to review your plan and compare options. Just assuming your plan is fine year after year could cost you thousands over time. The good news is, reviewing your plan costs nothing. You don't have to pay for a review, and you don't have to wait until October to get started. Many people who took action early last year avoided the enrollment rush and ended up saving big. I know change can feel overwhelming, especially when it comes to something as important as healthcare. But think of it this way. Medicare is going up whether you review your plan or not. The question is whether you let the increase hit you full force or if you take a little time now to reduce its impact. Now let's talk briefly about timing. The official COLA announcement arrives in mid-October. That's when we'll know for sure whether it's 2.7%, 2.8%, or 2.9%. Either way, I'll be here to update you with the confirmed numbers, and of course, I'll also keep you posted on any further changes to Medicare premiums, because these things do shift before the final rates are locked in. Before we wrap up, here are the key takeaways you should remember from today's update. 1. COLA for 2026 is projected at 2.8%. This will mean anywhere from about $17 to $56 more per month for most people, depending on your current benefit amount. 2. Medicare Part B premiums are rising by 11.6%. That's $21.50 more each month. For those with smaller benefits, this will cancel out the COLA raise entirely. 3. The hold harmless rule will protect beneficiaries from losing money outright, but many will see little to no real increase. 4. The official COLA announcement comes in mid-October. We'll revisit the numbers then with final figures. 5. Medicare enrollment is starting soon. Reviewing your plan now could help you save money and keep more of your Social Security raise. So as we wait for the official word, the best thing you can do right now is stay informed and prepared. Watch for updates, make sure you understand how these changes affect your personal situation, and don't wait until the last moment to review your Medicare options. I'll continue covering every step of this process: COLA, Medicare premiums, and any new legislation that could affect benefits. My goal is to make sure you're never caught off guard. Thank you for being here, and as always, please subscribe if you haven't already. It's free, and it's the best way to stay connected with updates that matter to you and your family.